Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be telling you how to be a pro at PUBG. And I'm not going to do no more videos until next week. So that means you might want to turn on your notifications just so you could be notified when I do upload a video. It's going to be the last video of the week, and I will make another one next week. Okay. And if you didn't know, I have a fan challenge, and that is to send and that will get you much higher chance of playing with me. But if you're playing on a computer, playing PUBG on a computer, we can't play together. Got subs. So what's going to go down today is I'm going to tell you what to do when you're new to players. When you're a new player. 1. Do not play solo. You want to play with friends, like real friends that you might meet on Discord, or real life friends. Find them on PUBG and invite them to your squad. Next up, if you're in the when you're in the earlier levels, you will face a bunch of bots and other noobs. You won't be playing against a bunch of pros. Well, so that's the reason why the tip is stay out of sight and do not go to any major settlement. Find a small bunch of houses and land there, because that's where all the good loot is. Next up, be a team player. It's highly important that you're a team player. You don't want to get that chicken dinner. This means you want to revive your teammates whenever you can. Give them ammo, armor, guns, and medical supplies if they need it. Next up, we have what kind of guns to use. It's highly important that you should know that whenever you have a damage level 3 vest, like a badly damaged level 3 vest, you're right next to a fresh level 1, go for that level 1. You might die and then your vest might be break down in first few bullets because they might have 7.62 millimeter. So you always get those. And when you are playing teams and don't travel on one squad car, because then that'll make you an easy pick. Make sure that every single time you get a car, send somebody out and get in that new car and tell you. And then you keep going until you got 4 cars for how many people are in your squad. Never fly solo. Next up, to find bots, which they are the easiest players to kill, it's very easy. You just gotta hide somewhere and look out into an open field. If you see players walking, they're obviously bots and they're easy to take. But once you start shooting at them, they'll start shooting at you, but they suck at shooting, which means you gotta be pretty good chance to get out there with a kill. Next up, ammo. You don't want to lose ammo, but you don't want too much ammo because you have to have supplies. Right, medical supplies and just some backup stuff. If you're carrying too much ammo, you might not have enough medical supplies, so means you might run out. My suggestion is to have at least 280 bullets for each gun. And if it's a Kark 98K, make sure it's 110 because those bullets don't go by fast. Next up, stay out of sight. Once again, yeah, stay out of sight. If you have a ghillie suit, that's cool. But if you don't stay out of sight, or if you don't move long enough, you will either get shot or you will die in the storm. Next up, the storm. Now, I did this when I first started playing. I used to think that the storm would heal you. I was wrong. It did the exact opposite. Do not go into the storm. Try staying in the play zone. Try to stay in the center of the play zone. If not, go manhunting, which is pretty easy in the earlier levels because pretty much all of them are bots. Next up, carry a sniper. If you carry a sniper, you will be able to engage in long range. The best sniper combo would be the M16A4 or with 8x scope with Kar 98K with 4x scope. Oh, I played a solo match. I got 12 kills and came out winner in her chicken dinner. And to play, communication is a highly important skill set in PUBG. It will allow you to communicate with your players. If you play a solo, you might want to do all, so you can talk to people on the all channels. It means everyone could hear you. But if you're playing with a team like duo or squad, you want to have team audio. You want to turn your mic to a team channel and your audio to a team channel. And you want your music up too, because if you don't have your music and you can't hear those bullets, you're pretty much screwed. And I have a few suggestions for that. If you're playing on mobile, like I do, you want a really good headset. If not, a Bluetooth speaker, kind of like this one. It's really cheap, $15. And I didn't get it because it was cheap. I got it because it was waterproof and durable and it was super loud. This means I'll do very well when I'm playing PUBG. Next up, learn your controls. Learn the guns. Learn the attachments. Learn pretty much everything in the game and learn all the upsides and the downsides of certain guns. The M16A4, my favorite assault rifle, goes out pretty quickly because of the fact of how it's a 3-round burst. It's pretty good like that, but the problem is it's a 3-round burst. The enemy got a pretty good chance and it's a run away. If you're not good with it, it's more of a you have to be good with it kind of deal. The Scar L, that gun runs out of ammo quick. This means you might be getting shot at, jump, run around, crouch, prone, hone, jiggle around, do whatever you have to, dodge bullets until they have to reload, and then you could take your shot. And of course, for new players, you might not know this, but there is this thing called gas cans, which will refuel your vehicles, which they are highly important if you are using the turbo. Next up, don't go for the drop. If you do go for a drop, the only time I go for a drop is to get kills. I usually get a Kar 98K, 8x scope, or at least a 4x scope. And then what I do next is that I wait for new players or bots to go to the supply drop. And then they're easy pickings if you have a sniper rifle, as long as you stay hidden and well away. Now, don't go to supply. Now, the thing is, after clearing out a supply drop, you might want to go for it, but you always want to check your surroundings. If new players come and try to get the supply drop, you want to hide behind the supply drop, and then you want to kill them. Next step, bandages, health kits, and painkillers and Red Bulls are your best bet of winning. Bandages will give you a 10+ boost, and you could top off your health with an energy drink or painkillers. But of course, it'll come slowly. If you have a med kit, I don't suggest you use it. I prefer that you either use bandages or first aid kits. But if you're really down in health and you really need a health boost, try to take cover for long enough for you to take the health kit, which will bring you back to tip-top shape. Hey, no matter how much damage you absorb. First aid kits will only get you 70, and bandages, they are quick, but then you have to keep applying them. So that's the reason why you want to be carrying a lot of those if you're mid-battle. Reviving teammates. This falls under team players too. Sometimes you might not be the person reviving the other players. If there's another player reviving a player, you want to guard that person so they have a pretty good chance of reviving them, and then you could get back to shooting who's ever shooting at them. If it's just down to you and another person, make sure that you clear everyone in the area, because it takes 10 seconds to revive, and in PUBG that's an incredibly long time. Painful too. Next up, know the ammo of your gun. You won't be able to go back to the armory mid-game and check out what ammo it takes. I mean, you want to read what kind of ammo the gun takes. Like 5.56 is what the Scar and the M16A4 takes. The AKM and the Kar 98K takes 7.62. Now, the worst gun I think in the game has to be the Vector. Now, you can say, oh no, the Vector's pretty good if you make it a certain kind of gun. Like if you run it with an extended mag, a 2x scope, a silencer, a tactical stock and foregrip, you got a pretty good chance of winning. Well, your chances of getting that on one game is pretty much none. Which means don't use a Vector unless you absolutely have to, like in the first starts in the game. If not, you're gonna have to continue reloading, which is gonna be suck, because Vectors take 13 holds about 17 bullets max. That's with the extended mag. Running against all the other guns, which could hold up to 40 bullets at a time with extended mag, but 30 without, you might not have a good chance. But then you can learn to use it. And then, like I said, that's a combination of the best Vector is silencer. Anyway, next, attachments. You don't have to. You can't rely on auto pickup all the time for your attachments. Sometimes you have to scroll down and tap the attachment that you want. And sometimes they'll pick an 8x scope when you have a gun that can't use the 8x scope. And you must know the attachments for which. The best attachments that you can run are the flash hider or the suppressor. The best clip attachments that you could run is, of course, the extended quick draw mag, which is incredibly rare in the game, especially if you have like the same gun that goes to like an AR. And the best handle would be the vertical foregrip. Not all guns have a pretty good stock, but for a Kar 98 and in 94, which Winchester's is pretty hard to run too, would be the bullet swoops. M416, I'm pretty sure M416, the gun that looks like Egg Cop would use. I don't know, yeah, guys, gotta go search it up. And the Vector have a tactical rail, which that'll be good. And for the ultimate M16, you want a 8x scope, suppressor, extended, or a quick draw mag. And that's pretty much it for the attachments. Now, one thing that new players like to do is that they like to run whatever gun they could get. I'm actually accused of this too. Sometimes you run a gun any kind of gun you get and then forget to get the bear gun or drop the ammo that you don't need. You may have Win 94, but then you come across the Scar L with a bunch of ammo 8x scope, and all that good stuff, but then you just run the Win 94. This will most likely happen in the last circles, or when you're running from another player, because you don't want to spend all that time picking the gun up, then having to reload it. And so that's pretty much tops off our video today. And please check back on next week. I will be posting videos every Wednesday, or whenever I can. I'll be making videos on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be able to post them on Wednesdays. And this is King Dam.